Hey there. I wanted to share with you some really interesting, a little tip that I learned just recently. I was lucky enough to sit down with Neil Patel. Now, for those of you who don't know who Neil Patel is, and I'm just going to whack my microphone in while I'm talking because I realise that I haven't plugged that in, which is a bit naughty, so you can hear me properly. You who don't know Neil Patel, then you really should jump online and have a look at him. He's probably one of the most logical and consistent marketers that I've ever seen as far as digital marketing goes, and he's a guru. The Wall Street Journal call him one of the most influential people in that sort of space. He's a best-selling author and he's an awesome bloke, and I was so lucky to sit down with him. And one of the things he taught me about standing out was the rule of 7. Now, you may or may not have heard about the rule of 7, but it's a really good reminder. And what the rule of 7 is about is that you need to have touched a customer 7 times before they'll even start to look at you or your brand. So you really need to think about that when you're thinking about the content that you're producing and the way in which you're standing out in the marketplace. 7 times they've got to see you. So for a lot of you, you get disheartened when you've popped a Facebook post up or done one Facebook ad or written a blog or whatever it is, and you don't get any result from it and you're not getting a sale. And I would say have a think about how many touches it takes. That you've got to be consistent. You've got to be in there in the trenches producing content, and I'll do another live later about the power and the stats that are coming out now in regards to content itself. But you need to be consistent. You need to be producing content across all sorts of platforms, and you need to make sure that you are reaching out and getting to as many people as possible. So the ways to do that is what I've just talked about, is to be consistent, so making sure that whatever you're doing, that you're consistently doing it, but also work out what platforms your customers like to, or clients hang out on, and make sure that they are there where you're producing your content. So, make sure that where you're producing your content, that people are seeing the content in the right place. So I'm getting distracted because I did a naughty thing and forgot to turn off the alert notifications. Forgot to put myself on Do Not Disturb, so I'm flicking people out of the way as I'm talking to you. So let's nut that down again. Basically what you've got to do is let's work out how to be consistent and where you're promoting your message. So where are you promoting yourself? Where are you putting your content? Where are you reaching, and who are you reaching in the content? And who could you work with to reach your customer so that 7 touches is getting to the right eyeball? So as I said, sitting down with Neil Patel, he gave so many gold nuggets, which we'll be putting into one of our magazines called Standout Marketing Magazine very soon, their full article. But he just kept really giving me the points about being consistent and the rule of 7, and making sure that you are doing as much as you can to make sure that your content is taken up by your clients and customers, is by being consistent and allowing them the opportunity to have those 7 touches with you, so that it builds that trust and they further want to engage with you. So have a think this week about the content and the marketing that you're producing, and how you can consistently talk to one bucket or vertical of your customers so that they get an opportunity to engage with you 7 times and build trust with you. We've got some awesome tips that we'll be sharing at our event on the 4th to the 6th of October on the Gold Coast. If you'd like to come along, there's a link up above to the event. It's a free 3-day event where we'll be sharing all sorts of tips like this on how you can stand out and get to the rule of 7, those 7 touches, so that people are ready to buy from you, and that when you're putting out your marketing, people are more likely to take up your offer. I hope you have a great day.